warship means to be on a warship. When you go to work, don't go to work anymore. Don't call it work. Call it play. Call it something else. Because as soon as you say work, your immune system goes into what? Victimhood. I hate my job. I don't like to go to work. See, now you're a victim again. Now you're back down in the water like the nymph. You got to get rid of the waters, right, of victimhood to go to the next level. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to rise? Then make sure you're in this class on Saturday. Whatever you got to do, get in the class. Tomorrow night, we're going to have this workshop free. Well, it's actually a webinar free. I'm going to talk a bit about the class, but we're going to talk about some insights that are coming through that we don't have enough time to talk about today. This is the time to really spread the good news because it is here. There's so many amazing things happening while your leaders are fighting with each other. A lot of the folks that we call leaders, they got war going on. You got to pick between, they're talking about the lesser of two evils. I'm not doing that. I'm voting for me. You better vote for yourself. You got to be a little selfish, self-caring, take care of yourself, and invest time in increasing your butterfly wing spread. Flap your wings because your wings, your actions, are what's going to carry you to the next level, And what you do and what you say is you flapping your wings, And that wing, right, the left wing is sending information on one side and the right wing is sending information on the other side. When they come together, you have oneness. When you take yourself and realize that you're connected to everybody, nothing is separate. Nothing is separate. Nothing is by chance. It's not just happening. You are the happening. We are the happening. Once we come together and get out of me-ism and get into we-ism, we realize that we affect everything. That butterfly flapping its wings can affect a storm or create love and harmony on the other side of the world. Guess what? You got wings too. You have imaginal cells too. Once you're ready to really do this and get out of the language of struggle and the language of pain and the language of victimhood. Oh my gosh. I mean, we know everybody's got trauma. I don't know anybody that don't have no trauma. That's a part of the system. That's a part of hormesis. Let's use that drama and that trauma, right? And let's compost it just like you do in the garden, right? And when you get to that certain level of composting enough of it, you'll begin to see the evidence. A lot of this class that we're going to teach is going to be about the reticular activating system. How to create something out of nothing. How to turn things into gold. How to turn water into wine. Are you ready to do that? Then come with us. So that class is this Saturday. That's going to be this Saturday at 10 a.m. I think I said 11 earlier. It's actually 10 a.m. Go to elevationtime.com. I actually put the class up so that you can go there and actually join the class now and be early because there's going to be a lot of folks on this one because everyone's waiting for this because this is the time period that we heard about when we're supposed to go through the evolutionary period that the butterfly went, that the caterpillar went through to become the butterfly, and that the nymph went through to become the dragonfly. That's happening in all of us. And that histidine is a part of what creates the process of change. Histidine. Check out Gene Key 55. And tomorrow night, the free webcast, elevationtime.com. Go there, go to events. You'll see both of these events. And, make sure you're there and on time. And tomorrow we start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's time to rise. Are you ready? Are you willing? Are you able? Or do you like where you're at? If you like it, if you got it, we're not saying everybody needs to jump on board the boat. You do what you like. Be free. But if you feel this, if you feel the Doctah B passion, because I'm passionate. Have you noticed? I'm extremely passionate about what I'm saying. I promised myself when I was going through my illness and all my changes, I told the Most High, the Creator, I said, look, if you help me live through this for the rest of my life, I will donate my time to make great music and to help people heal with my words. I will offer the good news to the people, the truth, without the lie. Not just the analogies you get in some of these holy books, but some of the things that I've seen and I've done, right, that I've been a part of, I'd like to share them. Dr. Mahdi, who's going to be on the class on Saturday for the next 3 classes. This dude's been through some stuff, man. When you hear what he's been through and what he knows and what he's had to overcome, are you ready to overcome and rise? Are you ready to be like Brother Rich and started out on the corner. I know it must have been cold out there, brother, in the winter. Was you out there cold sometime and having to blow on your fingers to keep them warm, to keep your fingers freezing? But you stayed out there, didn't you?
I bought hand warmers and the foot warmers to put in my foot, but it was so cold, those didn't work either.
But you went through that, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't look frozen now. It didn't stop you. It didn't stop you. Why? Because there was something in you. When your mother and father got together, right? That particular time, no matter what we think about our parents, to be a winner, right? You got to know that there was a winning egg and a winning sperm that came together that had to what? Create you. We were all created as winners. But the challenge, that's what creates masters. To win each day, to win yourself, to deal with the what? The opposition, to go through the oppression and rise from that, to go through whatever we got to go through. Are you ready to do that? If not, it's okay. You got to go through the cold like Brother Rich had to do. And most of the people I know who are really good at what they do, they went through a lot, even if it was just in college, up all night doing those tests and those exams with the seemed like your professor hated you. That was the best professor. Your family's going to test you. They're going to tell you done lost your mind. The church is going to mess with you. Your friends, you're going to find out that they're only your friends if you agree with them. And if you're moving away from the candy counter, all of a sudden they look at you crazy. You've got to be ready to walk it alone sometimes. You got to be ready to what? Break the spell. If that is you, if you hear this message, if this is something that is reaching you, then let's go. Let's go. Let's go through the transmutation. Whew.
Want to give a shout out to Kimberly with all the super chat love. A lot of super chat love tonight. Shout out to everybody. A lot of super chat love in general tonight. I want to thank everybody who donated. Mr. West, Kimberly, Greg Scott, Keisha. I'm trying to, they won't let me see the rest of the names, but shout out to everybody who contributed on the super chat. Is definitely greatly appreciated. I want all y'all to make sure y'all go to Dr. B's workshop happening. We won't do Q&A tonight. Dr. B went over. I gotta get out of here, family. By the way, everybody who's here, we still got 2,000 people here. I got Dr. Phil Valentine on tomorrow night. So tomorrow night at 9, Dr. Phil Valentine will be live with us. He got his workshop coming up. So he's going to do a live Q&A. Last time he was here, I didn't get to do a live Q&A with the people. So I told the people that when he comes back, we're going to do a live Q&A. So yeah, definitely gonna love it. And Dr. B, sometimes I forget about my what I've been through to get to where I'm at, and when you remind me, I'm like, damn, yeah, I did go through that. I appreciate the consistency. There's one thing, Dr. B, if there's one thing I want the people to know, Dr. B, you don't have to agree with everything Brother Rich says or everything Brother Rich do or every decision I make. Those decisions and all that comes from me, and I'm a stand on it. I just will always want the people to know when it comes to this here, I gave it my all. I gave this shit my all, Dr. B. You can ask my lady, you can ask my son, my family. I gave this shit my all, Dr. B. I gave it everything I got. So, regardless of how you feel about me, know that, Brother Rich, I gave this shit all I got. So if this was my assignment, then they looking down at me like, yeah, that nigga gave all I gave it all I got, Dr. B, gave it all I got. So I appreciate the journey. This, let me say this because I know this talk tonight, 2 hours, it's hard to get 2 hours of pure electricity. And that was what I remember. One day I just sat there and I was like, I got to do something with Dr. B because I'm a passionate dude. He's passionate. Billy has his own version of passion. And I'm like, imagine if all three of us got together and put together. I was like, the world never seen nothing like that. Because I'm judging about all our different forms of passion. And boy, oh boy, we shocked the world in 2023 with Blueprint for God Power Family, like one of the biggest events to ever hit this whole conscious thing on the internet. And it was amazing. I was glad to be a part of it with you, Dr. B. So I want everybody, I look forward to part 3. We're going to do something in person. I think that's coming in 2025. We got to talk. but we'll figure it out. But other than that, Dr. B, one thing I wanted to say, this is completely off topic, but I just want to ask this, Dr. B. Somebody posted this. I believe this is Chinese. What a beautiful language. Completely off topic, but I'm just curious. And this is my show, so I'm allowed to ask shit like this. What do you think is the most beautiful language, Dr. B? There's some beautiful language that just by appearance. You got Hebrew, you got Chinese, you got Mandarin, you got Latin, you got English, you got Spanish. There's so many beautiful languages when you just look at how it's written, how it looks. What do you think is the most, because this is beautiful. When you look at this right here, what do you think is the most beautiful language, Dr. B?
Silence.
Come on. This nigga says silence. Come on. What this? Y'all, come on now, y'all. When y'all gonna get a show like this, y'all? Come on. Come on, man. Look at that look. He's like, come on, man. Oh, man. That was a perfect answer, Dr. B. Silence.
It's the most amazing, wonderful language. Silence.
Shit.
Silence is golden. Loose lips sink ships. Telepathy.
Loose lips sink ships. Whoa.
Think about that.
Yeah.
We talk. It's way too much.
We talk too much, right?
I know I do. But I'm attempting to wake folks up so we can get silent.
Yeah.
And when you're silent, and when you start realizing that telepathy is real, you can begin to feel the thoughts of others.
Yo.
See, there is something happening in the mycelium network. You can't hear it, but it is the communication factor of all of the earth. The soil, the trees are all communicating in what we think is silence. They don't talk. Besides, what was that? I think there was the trees in Wizard of Oz talking, the ones that was throwing the apples. That's all television. But being able to be silent and be quiet sometimes. There are times I don't say much of anything. There's times when I'm doing music, I'm totally silent. I'm letting my expression express itself. The trees are always expressing themselves. The squirrels who outside in the sub-freezing weather, they're always expressing themselves. Soon it will be spring. I could smell spring. People were saying, well, the groundhog. What the heck the groundhog got to do with seeing the shadow? I mean, you caught up in this. The groundhog. How you know what the groundhog saw? Who created that? And we're with that. Do you see what I'm saying? Oh boy, the groundhog saw his shadow. Well, what about the turtle? Did he see his shadow? Did the frog see his shadow? Did the hawk see their shadow? See, it's these concepts and these beliefs that we get caught up in, these fairy tales that get you caught up in nothingness. My point is if you watch nature, follow nature. Nature follows the path of least resistance. Water doesn't not attempt to go uphill. When you realize that nature is always expressing itself differently, it's like jazz, it's improvisation. And you begin to live like that. You begin to move like that. And you begin to change your story. People ask me, well, Dr. B, you remember when you was on Brother Richard's show the first time, remember you was talking about, and I said, wait, hold on. I don't even remember being on his show the first time and what I talked about. I have no idea. I'm not that guy. I'm not him. I might not even agree with some of the stuff he said. That dude's crazy. Somebody was playing in the background one of my talks while we were talking. They had me playing in the background. I said, well, let me hear that guy. And I'm listening. I said, that dude is crazy. What the hell? Where's he coming from? That's not me. I can't take ownership for that. It's a we thing. It's coming through me. Nature is channeling the cosmos. When we become channels, we become clear channel to the cosmos by creating heaven on earth. That's when we got this. But some folks got to leave and come back again and again and again and go through the Thunderdome and go through all this change and shift to finally get it. Because what we're doing is we're being tested. We've got to augment. We've got to change. And if you stay the way you were, you'll never grow. There is no perfection. Nobody is actually totally 100% right. Everybody's having their own expression in their own story. within the cosmos. Each one of us is an expression of the all. Be yourself. Be loving. Be that now. Elevate your life now. Be, do, have, do, be, whatever way you want to do it. But you have to get there in the way that you need to get there. Nobody can stop you. But always expand. Always be ready to shift to be able to go through the levels of ascension. And it's a change now. So the rules have changed. So that's what we're going to be talking about on Saturday in that class. I'm going to touch on it a little bit tomorrow night in our free webinar. ElevationTime.com, y'all. ElevationTime.com. And also get rid of your parasites. Because if you got mental, physical, and spiritual parasites, guess what? And that's why we created the Elevated Total Body Program, which is at ElevationTime.com, which I hear now is the #1 systemic parasite cleanse probably on the earth. We can't say because some stuff we don't know about. But that is not dealing with your regular colon parasites and the ones in your digestive tract. It's dealing with the systemic ones, especially the ones called toxoplasma. Some people have anthrax. Some people have with the chicken pox virus in their body, which they call herpes. That's a lot of stuff that people have. And what we're doing is we're creating balance in the body and homeostasis by giving the body what nutrients it needs to balance itself, to atone, to tune up. So the Elevated Total Body Program is on the website for those of you who would like to get rid of the parasites of the past and ideas and feelings and emotions and the sugar cravings. Because that one little molecule of sugar, man, as soon as it touches that processed sugar, shuts down all your connective to spirituality. I don't care what you say, because a lot of folks is faking it. They're talking soft. Yeah, I'm so spiritual. It's talk. I can tell the way you're walking and the way you're moving and the way you're acting. If you're connected, you're spiritual, you're not doing the same thing over and over. Spirituality means to change and grow and to expand. If you're doing the same thing, you got the same crystals, the same talk, then that's not spirituality. That's some sort of ritual. That's some sort of, whatever it is. It's a habit. But to change and grow is what we have to do to transmute, to change. So I'm thankful for you, Brother Rich, and all that you bring, and Billy Carson and Elizabeth Carson and Carl Nelson, who actually brought me into the public view. Carl Nelson in 1994, and Brother Jamal, that on the Front Page show. That's when it all started. That's when I went public, and all the folks who I've talked to, worked with, all of you who have been followers and leaders who have learned in our classes and workshops, those of you who have assisted me, those of you who have tested me. I would like to even thank my enemies. Thank you, because you tested me. The dude who punched me in my mouth in junior high and made my mouth bleed. Thank you for punching me in my mouth. I needed to get punched in my mouth because that's when I learned how to defend myself. You see what I'm saying? So everything that has happened, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the parents. I'm grateful for the friends. I'm grateful for grateful to all the people who help out here at Elevation. And everybody who is an herbalist or a teacher or a metaphysician, I'm grateful. Let's all give each other a hand. Let's work together. Let's stop talking about each other. Let's stop gossiping and pointing the finger, because that is the disease. That is narcissism. You don't know what I do. Don't be people got gossiping. Well, Dr. B, we heard. You don't know me. I don't even know myself today. People say, well, Dr. B, what's that color you wearing? I saw somebody say, what color? Where'd you get that shirt? I don't know. I found it in my closet. Actually, I never even saw it till today. I got a bunch of stuff I've never even looked at because we got a lot of stuff. I pulled it out and said, wow, this would be great for the show. I put it on. Then I see you got the teal color, right? You wearing, what's that powerful emerald tablets you wearing around your neck?
Yeah, emerald, yeah.
Little emerald tablets around your neck. I know what's going on, brother. But what I'm saying is that there's a symmetry and there's a flow. Once you get into it, and like Dick Gregory told me, when you get in drama and you're going through a lot, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, life is but a dream. It's beautiful. All in your mind. It's in the metaverse. We are the metaverse. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank everybody who helps out. You and your family and all of us. Let's all give ourselves a round of applause and let's celebrate being here right now. once we're able to celebrate being here right now, even though we've been through a lot, as a collective, let's do better. Let's be better. Let's be loving. I'll
Family,
see you soon.
Family,
Night.
once again. Also, real quick, Dr. B, family, once again, March 9th is going down in ATL.
Yes, yes.
At Industry. It's the name of the spot is Industry ATL. I have information about it real soon. Tickets will be sold at the door. I'm gonna have tickets, advanced tickets as well. We having a Holy Ghost themed party. We're celebrating all 3 albums me and Cambada release. Dr. B is gonna be opening the show with a drumming ceremony. He's bringing in the golden age with an amazing frequency, an amazing sound, red, blue, everybody's going to be there. I'm gonna make sure everybody's there. I'm gonna make sure everybody, I want everybody to have a good time. We're going to celebrate life. It's going to be a wonderful night, family. I look forward to seeing you on March 9th. Make sure y'all go to Dr. B's workshop. We gave y'all 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 20. It's 2:22 right now. We've been on here 2 hours and 22 minutes of pure electricity.